In the words of Sly Stone, all we need is a drummer. And our next guest is an inspiration to us all. Drummer, singer, and spirit of the band, the group who took the world from tie-dye to sepia tone. He's disobeying doctor's orders to get here. He drove down here from Woodstock. The car broke down. He hijacked a pony and trap and got here all the way to 125th Street. Ladies and gentlemen, Levon Helm. I mean, I really wasn't kidding when I said Levon is disobeying his doctor's orders to be here. He's not sick like bad sick. He just has vocal strain, and therefore we're going to limit his communication tonight to he's going to talk through his drums. His drums are going to be his very voice. Well, we were on stage at the Apollo Theater. I've got to ask, what year were you last here, Levon?
I came in 1959.
59. Actually, Levon told me before the show, he came up here with Ronnie Hawkins, and it was the first time you were in New York, right? And first thing he did was get in a cab and come up to 125th Street to the Apollo to see a gospel show. And a gospel show here on this very stage. Now, as I said, we're talking through the drums. So I know this sounds like an episode of Mr. Ed, but I'm going to do something really. Now, bear with me. Now, I've got an idea. How about this, Levon? If I mention some drummers and they're the ones that you dig, will you give us like a rim shot to let me know that I got it right? Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to start with the drummer. He's the man that played on Professor Longhair's Tipitina, Little Richard's Tutti Frutti, La Bamba, River Deep and Mountain High, and the theme from the Flintstones. Earl Palmer. How about a great friend of ours from Tulsa, Oklahoma, Jim Keltner, or as I believe you call him, Jimmy Lee Keltner. Okay, I got one for you now, son of Arkansas. Peck Curtis. That was the longest fill. I guess you like him the best. Look, what about this great record that you put out? It's a terrific record. It's a record I wanted to hear you make, since the days of the band. This record is electric dirt. This is a rock and roll record. We're going to play one from that record. We're going to play, what about Tennessee Jet? You want to hear that? Okay. Let's get me a guitar. Cold and shackles in ball and chain. Listen to the whistle of the evening train. Know you're bound to end up dead. You don't head back to Tennessee Jet. The rich man step on my poor head. But when you get back, you better butter my bread. Well, it's like I said, you better head back to Tennessee Jet. Tennessee
reject you if you don't walk right. Got a letter this morning, baby, all in red. You better head back to Tennessee jail. I drop off flights and crack my spine. Honey, come quick with an iodine. Catch a few winks, baby, under the bed. Then you head back to Tennessee jail. Tennessee, Tennessee, there ain't no place I'd rather be. Baby, won't you carry me back to Tennessee? I run into Charlie Farm. He blacked my eye and he kicked my dog. My dog, he turned to me and he said, let's head back to Tennessee jail. I woke up feeling mean. Went down to play the slot machine. Louise turned around and the letters read, you better head back to Tennessee jail. Tennessee, Tennessee, there ain't no place I'd rather be. Baby, won't you carry me back to Tennessee? Baby, won't you carry me back to Tennessee? Levon Helm.
So, Nick, the band records were a big, were part of your listening.
Yeah, we were crazy about the band. Of course we were. And one day we lived in a big house together, but it was because it was cheaper, you know. But one day the band were coming to London to play a big show, Wembley Arena. I'm sure Levon can't remember anything about this at all, but they needed somewhere to rehearse. And imagine our great joy and pleasure when they suddenly turned up to rehearse at our house. And you actually, which also you won't remember, you all used our equipment. And we couldn't understand why our equipment suddenly sounded so good. You know.
What about Richard? You know, we talked about it a little bit before. A couple of the records that you made at that time really had a sort of same kind of sort of approach.
Well, you know, when we heard the Big Pink, it's such a different record, such an unfashionable record in 1967 because all that, you know, everyone was playing, you know, the psychedelic music, and it really showed us how to relate to your own roots. You know, because the band was such a great blend of Americana, you know, it was all in there, you know, you know, Appalachian music and soul music and blues, and it was all this beautiful mix, a really seamless blend. So we thought, well, this is what we should do with our own culture, and we did. So that was a huge influence on us.
Yeah. You worked with the band twice, right, Alan? Tell a little bit about that.
It was a marvelous experience. They first called me in on Life is a Carnival, and I didn't know the band as well as you all did. But Levon Helm made me so welcome till I felt that I was home. He'd say right away, "Hey, man, I'm from the South." So, of course, that was the password, but it was wonderful. And it was very interesting music. And I remember the way Levon plays, he doesn't play just rudimental drums. He play all upside down and in between and on the sides sometimes. And when I first heard that song starting, I didn't know where the one was, and I was happy not to know it because I wanted to start from that unorthodox way, because I knew after a while I would find out all about her and who her family was, but I wanted to check out before I knew what it was all about. And that introduction and everything about it was because of the way Levon plays. Unorthodox, please. He got his own world.
You added your unique voice as a horn arranger to the live album the band did called Rock of Ages. That is incredible. Like no group, I think, in the history of rock and roll ever had three such distinct and complementary singers as Levon Helm, Richard Manuel, and Rick Danko. So, yeah, that's not a group you could easily step into. But of course, AT, you did do that. Was that a very interesting process?
Very interesting, because it was so evident that they knew exactly who they were. It was no question. They knew who they were. So that was solved. That was not a question. And Robbie Robinson, to find me, he didn't know how to find me, so he called the sheriff's department in New Orleans. And the sheriff went out and found me. And that was quite an experience in its own, you know. What a way to get started.
We're going to kick things off with a song by Mr. Alain Toussaint.
There's a certain girl I've been in after a long, long time.
What's her name?
I can't tell you. I can't reveal her name until I get her.
What's her name?
I can't tell you. But one day I'll wake up and say, well, just to have you, I'll be your slave. There's a certain girl I've been after a long, long time.
What's her name?
I can't tell you. There's a certain chick I've been sweet on since I met her.
What's her name?
Can't tell you. Don't ask me her name. I can't reveal it until I get her.
What's her name?
I can't tell you. I've tried time and time again, but we end up as nothing but friends. There's a certain girl I've been in love with a long, long time.
What's her name?
I can't tell you. There's a certain girl I've been in love with a long, long time.
What's her name?
I can't tell you. I can't reveal her name till I make her mine.
What's her name?
I can't tell you. I've tried time and time again. We end up as nothing but friends. There's a certain girl I've been in love with a long, long time.
What's her name?
I can't tell you.
Toussaint. What we've attempted to do this evening isn't, I don't think it's been done on television before. And, as I say, don't try this at home. But it's been a real pleasure to play for you, and of course, a fantastic pleasure and a thrill to be on the stage once again with Mr. Alan Toussaint. Mr. Richard Thompson. Our good pal, Mr. Larry Campbell. My great pal, Nick Lowe. And the hardest working band in show business, the Imposters, Davey Farragher, Pete Thomas, Steve Naive, and of course on the drums, the man of the hour, Mr. Levon Helm. Let's kick one up. Mr. Ray LaMontagne.
Old man Nazareth was feeling about a half-past dead, just looking for some place where I could lay my head. Oh, mister, can you tell me where a man might find a bed? Just grinned and shook my hand, and no was all he said. Take a load off Fanny, take a load free, take a load off Fanny. And you put the load right on me. Picked up my bag, I went looking for a place to hide. When I saw Carmen and the devil walking side by side, I said, hey Carmen, come on, let's go downtown. She said, I got to go, but my friend can't stick around. Take a load off Fanny, take a load free, take a load off Fanny. And you put the load right on me.
Go down, Miss Moses, there's nothing to say. That's old Jude, and he's waiting on the judgment day. Said, hey friend, what about young Anna Lee? Said, do a favor, boy, stay and keep her company with Anna Lee for me.
Take a load off Fanny, take a load for free,
Take a load for free.
take a load off Fanny. You put the load right on me. Crazy Chester followed me, and he caught me in the fog. He said, I will fix you right if you take Jack, my dog. I said, wait a minute, Chester, you know I'm a peaceful man. He said, that's okay, boy, won't you feed me when you can? Take a load
Ray LaMontagne, Nick Lowe, Richard Thompson, Alain Toussaint, Levon Helm, The Imposters.